Welcome to this special edition here on Community Channel 6. I am now in a boat on the Telescope Beach. I'm about to enter into a seamoss project done by one Willan Andrews. Can't swim, have on my life jacket. So right now I'm going to enter into the seawater so that we can all learn why he got started, how it's done, the duration period, and what happens with the end product. Oh yes, Lord Jesus. So right now I'm in the water. I'm actually within the seamoss project with Willan Andrews. And Willan, tell us a bit about why is it you got involved in this project?
Well, it's a project which nobody in Grenada really look up to what's doing. So I decided I was in Union Island with the people who doing the same thing. So I decided I'll try it in Grenada too and see how it will work.
So how long since you actually started it?
Well, it was since August last year, 2011. Yeah, and now. But what happened is that I was not really deep into it at the time because I wasn't in Grenada for a long time. I used to be in and out. So as I come back now, I decided I'm going to get more serious into it.
Is it that you had to seek permission to come and use this aspect of the beach?
Yes, I had to. From the fisheries division, I had to do that. And then to get some conference from the police so that anybody involved getting in, come and interfere, like behind my back, someone may come and steal it, then the police could take step towards it.
So before you show me all about the planting of it and so what are the raw materials that you have to use? Because I'm seeing a whole set of plastic bottles. I'm seeing styrofoam.
Yeah, well, the materials are very simple things. But we start with tires, like in the water. We got tires with cement in it for the anchor to hold the ropes in place. Then we make, as you may see, within this we have the ropes, the main ropes along the edge. We see the styrofoam on the buoys. Then we have that, and we put the ropes across and put the little pieces. Let's go closer, like those here. Put them underneath to tie the seamoss onto it, and then the bottles are to keep it float. Because the seamoss need both the sunlight and the water to grow.
So, which leads me to ask, so is it that you go and dive for these? And how do you separate it to put it, to start the process of it growing and so?
No, we didn't dive for it. This came from Venezuela. It came in from Venezuela. So I don't know how they got it from the first case. I don't know where it really sprung from, but it came from Venezuela. And we do it now like this. Plant it on the rope and it grow. If you go to the bottoms, it wouldn't grow. It must be a little way up the water to get the sunlight so that it could perform very well.
So, okay, for instance, when we plant today, how long before we can reap?
Well, the maximum time is 2 months, 8 weeks, and you should be able to harvest after 8 weeks. Yeah. So what I do, I put in like every 2 weeks, I plant some, so I'll always have. So whenever the markets come, I would always have the product I've never been out of.
Someone planting seamoss, I know a lot of guys like seamoss. Did you have any problems with theft? Because it's just in the wide open water, anyone come bathing or so can just harvest.
Well, as I said in the earlier on, like early last year, after the carnival season, I had a lot of people ripping it off. It's only now as I'm here now, more regular. And I have everything in place, the police looking after it and everything. Nobody really interfering with it right now, but they used to rob me off a lot. Yeah, well, for now, it's okay for now.
So, market, are you growing it for the local market or you have established on the outside?
Well, right now, I'm dealing with the local market. I'm not yet hooked up with the outside market. Well, I'm just trying to get some more, because the market is not really there as yet. I don't have the market as yet, but we're growing the stuff. We may get a few pounds sell now, but later on, when people get to know more about it, then they might get into it a little more.
You said this particular one, I like the feel though, it came out of Venezuela, but do you get the same taste as the one that the normal one here that the fishermen?
Yes, you get pretty nice taste. Well, you'll have a taste yourself in a while, but it's a nice taste. I don't see the difference in the taste, but the only thing is that this one yield much more than the one we have here. You use a little portion of this and you make a wide amount of drinks with it. Which you gotta use like 1 ounce of the local one to make maybe a 2-liter bottle of drink, but when you use half ounce of this, you might get 3 liter. Yeah. So it's very good.
So apart, is it that you control for yourself or you have others working with you to come to help you to plant and harvest and so?
We have others. I have others, but right now they out at sea. Yeah, is Andrew and Associates. Yeah, well, Andrew and Associates, seamoss cultivation. Yeah, so we have other people involved, but right now they're not here with me. They're out at sea. So then I'm here doing that with you for now.
So people who see it, what has the response been from them to this particular project?
Well, people say it's a good project. The first time, a lot of people say it's the first time they ever see that. Never seen seamoss growing so close off the surface. It's the first time they see people planting seamoss. A lot of people say they never knew about people planting seamoss. They knew about diving seamoss. So this is like a new something to a lot of them.
Yep. Pull it up like this. Make what my grandfather teach me to make and loops. I just call it that way and loops. Pull it like this, see? And then you draw the string down. Oops!
Draw it too tight.
I draw it too tight. Hold on. So I'll do an next piece of it. Alright, so you mustn't draw it tight. This is amazing, yeah? So just put this here and you get that? And you just draw it. See? So I've just planted. Good enough, innit?
Get to the name of this one.
So, are there specific types of seamoss growing here in this particular project?
Yes, there is. This one you just planted here. Mm-hmm. This one is called a cotton eye. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the very thick one. We have another form of the cotton eye, but they call it the Yukuma. It's a very slimmer one, but they call it the Yukuma. But it's something. It's like the cousin of the cotton eye, then. But okay. Yeah, but it's not as fat as this. But it's a very nice one too. So I'll show it to you in a while. But the one you just finished in plant is called the cotton eye.
Okay, so right now we're going to the cousin of the cotton eye. What a fish! Andrew, we buy a different set of seamoss. Tell us about this particular kind and where did it come from?
Well, this one here is called the Yukuma. This one originally come from St. Lucia. Yeah. It's something, well, as they say, it's like the cousin of the cotton eye. Well, as you see, not as fat as the cotton eye. But you know, it's a very nice seamoss. If you look at it, I've never seen this anywhere in Grenada also. So I don't, as I tell you, from St. Lucia, I don't know where it really springs from. But it's a very nice product, just as the other one. It do just about the same like the cotton eye. You use a little piece and you get a wide amount of drinks from it.
Okay. Yeah. So the process of planting this one, is it the same as the previous one, or there's a different method involved?
There is a different method involved in this one. As you can see here, the ropes, if you look at it, we unplug the rope and we sew it in between the ropes, right? Because when you plant it, when you tie it onto the string like the other one, you don't perform too well. You know, like it busts off the string.
The process for this one, how long will this one take?
Well, this one, now this one do like I would say 2 months. It take a long time. You don't perform well here, but back in Union Island where they do it, we are learned about it. Mm-hmm. I find it perform much better in the water out there.
Okay. How does it come to Grenada in terms of packaging it?
Just as you see it in a tub, it remain fresh. It could at least stay fresh for a day or two, a day and a half, say a day and a half, out of water. Yeah, it stay fresh in a cool place.
How early do you enter the water to see after the sea moss, and how long do you take in terms of caring and so forth? Is it a lot of work or minor work?
Well, it's a lot of work. But when you say early, we go according to the tide. When the tide low, we go and we do what we have to do. Sometimes it takes us about 4 hours in the day just for cleaning and scraping the bottles, and might have to replant and so on. So it takes a little bit of time. So about 4-5 hours a day to get it done.
So it's definitely not a simple task.
It's not a simple task, but it's not, remind you, it's not every day, you know. Like once every week we do that task. We may go through it, sometimes twice a week we go through it. But it's just to check to make sure any cut off and to put back and whatnot. But for cleaning, it's like once a week.
Now that we're out of the water, tell me, what is the next process? After we harvest the sea moss, what is done next with it?
Well, we put it underneath a plastic for sweating, but now I don't have the plastic here with me to show you exactly how we do it, but you spread a piece of plastic on the ground, then you put the sea moss on top of it and fold it up and cover it, fold up all the ends so no air wouldn't be able to get through it. And you leave it for maybe about 2-3 hours in the sun, and then it became white. And after that, you take it off the plastic and you put it out. You can put it out and then you see it dry. When it comes like this, you get it dry and you get a nice color like this. When it dry, golden brown. After drying, and then you packet it up. You could pack it up like this to look for the market. Well, you see, I don't get the labels as yet to do it, to label it out, but for so just do a little seal still. And then we make the drink from it, which is like here. We make this drink here. This is the one, we have the milk in this one here. And this here is the milkless. What happened is, some people want, they want to make the drink, but they don't really know how to get around doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, so after taking the dry product like this, you use a little lime and you soak it for about 5 minutes in the lime, and then you take it off, you put it in the pot with your water, you put in a little spice, a little clove, your nutmeg, and if not, 2 little bay leaf, and you boil it. In about 10 minutes time it melts out, and you strain it off and then you mix it. You know, you can put a little essence and a little bitters in it and sweeten it to your own likeness, whether with milk or without milk, and then you have a drink. Yeah.
So how far do you intend to take this project?
Well, I intend to go a far way, you know. As you see, it's just the beginning now, and then it's a bit slow for me right now because I don't have market to say then I could move up here to another level. But I want to go right into the drink making business, start making the drinks, bottling it out and selling it, even for business places, you know, sell it by the cases or so. So that's what I really aim in. But for now, I just go into the dry products.
You told me you learned about the planting and so from Union Island. Is it only the drink alone? The raw materials can be used to make, or they have other products that can be derived from the sea moss?
It have a lot of products can derive from it. You can make even like you make the little cake, you make fudge with it, you make jam, you make turnover. Like some people call it turnover, some say cut cake. You do all the things with it. You know, a lot of different things you could do with it.
There is potential for the sea moss.
And another thing is, it's good, the gel from the sea moss. Like you boil a piece of this and you just use the gel and you could grease your skin with it. Yeah, it's good for like a rash and all the little things. Yeah, it's very good.
So in terms of the fisheries department and so what do they have to say to this innovative project? Because it seems to be the first of its kind here.
It's not really the first of its kind. No. They themselves tried it before, and well, the people, they tough it out, all, so they give up on it. But now, as I trying it here now, they're working along with me to make sure that I achieve what I really want to achieve, you know. So they're working with me side by side to see that it's been done properly.
We've learned everything that we need to know about the whole seamoss project in terms of planting the seamoss, how long it would take to grow, harvesting, preparation, and the final product. Before I say goodbye to you, I just want to taste the seamoss without the milk. If I drank it, you can drink it too. Until next time on Community Channel 6, I'm Sherry and Noel, thanking you very much for viewing.